There is an empathy gap. There is a gap in terms of sympathizing for the folks in New Orleans. It's not a gap that the American people felt because we saw how they responded. But somehow our government didn't respond with that same sense of compassion, with that same sense of kindness. And here is the worst part: the tragedy in New Orleans happened well before the hurricane struck, because many of those communities, there were so many young men in prison, so many kids dropping out, so little hope. Vocabularies and synonyms. Empathy, understanding, affinity, compassion, sympathy. Sympathizing, adj, commiserative, sympathetic, compassionate. Compassion, tender feeling, benevolence, kindness, mercy. A hope gap. A hope gap that still pervades too many communities all across the country and right here in Alabama. So the question is, then, what are we, the Joshua generation, doing to close those gaps? Are we doing every single thing that we can do in Congress in order to make sure that early education is adequately funded and making sure that we are raising the minimum wage so people can have dignity and respect? Are we ensuring that, if somebody loses a job, that they're getting retrained? And that, if they've lost their health care and pension, somebody is there to help them get back on their feet? Vocabularies and synonyms. Pervade, affect strongly, spread through, infuse, penetrate. Retrain, train again, especially for a different vocation. Pension, benefits paid after retirement, allowance, payment. Are we making sure we're giving a second chance to those who have strayed and gone to prison but want to start a new life? Government alone can't solve all those problems, but government can help. It's the responsibility of the Joshua generation to make sure that we have a government that is as responsive as the need that exists all across America. That brings me to one other point about the Joshua generation, and that is this: that it's not enough just to ask what the government can do for us, it's important for us to ask what we can do for ourselves. Vocabularies and synonyms. Stray, wander, get lost, deviate, meander, roam, drift. Responsive, adj, quick to react, active, answering, receptive. Responsibility, accountability, obligation, amenability. One of the signature aspects of the civil rights movement was the degree of discipline and fortitude that was instilled in all the people who participated. Imagine young people, 16, 17, 20, 21, back straight, eyes clear, suit and tie, sitting down at a lunch counter knowing somebody is going to spill milk on you, but you have the discipline to understand that you are not going to retaliate, because in showing the world how disciplined we were as a people, we were able to win over the conscience of the nation. I can't say for certain that we have instilled that same sense of moral clarity and purpose in this generation. Bishop, sometimes I feel like we've lost it a little bit. Vocabularies and synonyms. Fortitude, strength of mind, bravery, grit, firmness, instill, implant, introduce, imbue, inculcate. Retaliate, get even with someone, revenge, return.